today, I thought I could do a soft-spoken book haul. One thing about me is I'm a really big reader. I love all types of books. I've loved it since I was a kid. I think I mentioned this in one of my other videos, but yeah, I'm a really big reader, and I want to say about like 400 books in my apartment and counting. And I wanted to just give like a little book haul. I know there's people commenting saying they wanted me to like read their favorite book, and I'm planning to do that. I just have to get a couple of things first. Also, I got a new phone, so I'm really excited to start making more videos. I scheduled a hair play video with me and my best friend, so that should be coming up soon. I'm really excited for that. So I'm just gonna show you guys some books that I have been reading and some that are to be read. Yeah, I have so many books that I need to read, but it's been really hard because I'm currently working 2 jobs and I am in school full time to get to finish my master's degree. So it's been tough, but it's all working towards something better, a better life, and I'm really excited for that. But I do genuinely miss reading a lot. So this book is called Cleopatra and Frankenstein. Cleopatra and Frankenstein. Cleopatra and Frankenstein. By Coco Mellors. I've never read one of her books, but I hear good things. I think she also has the book called Blue Sisters, and I've heard nothing but good things. Her writing is really good as well, and I think I found out that this book is gonna become like a Netflix series or something like that, which I could totally picture it becoming that, and I think it would be so cool. So a little bit about this book. I'm about 78 pages in. There was a time where I was reading it a lot, but then I stopped. It's about, should I just read the back? I'm really bad at like giving summaries. So 24-year-old British painter Cleo has escaped from England to New York and is still finding her place in the sleepless city when a few months before her student visa ends, she meets Frank. Frank is 20 years older and a self-made success, and his life is full of all the excesses Cleo's lacks. He offers her the chance to be happy, the freedom to paint, and the opportunity to apply for a green card. But their impulsive marriage changes their lives and the lives of those around them in ways they never could have predicted. While Cleo struggles with depression and Frank with drinking, Cleo's best friend tries to embrace his gender identity in the wake of her marriage, and Frank's financially dependent sister arranges sugar daddy dates after being cut off. Ultimately, this chance meeting between two strangers changes everything for better or worse. So I looked up this book. I looked up in Google like books for, I think, like mid-20 girls who are having trouble dating, because at the time I just had like some shitty experiences and I wanted to feel less lonely. And I think one of the best things to do when you're feeling that way is to read. You know, besides talking to people, reading makes you feel less lonely. And just to see that, you know, other people's dating lives are, you know, putting everything that I feel into words. And I was intrigued by this. It was like one of the top recommendations. So I was like, fuck it, let me just buy it. And it's hard to put down. It's interesting, very funny, and I think one of my favorite things about books is the dialogue. And a lot of the times, actually no, let me not say that. Sometimes I just don't get it right. Sometimes you know you're reading a book. But with this book, I don't feel like I'm reading a book. I feel like I'm watching a show. I don't know if that makes sense, but it feels like a little movie playing in my head, and it flows very well. And I love it. It's very funny. It's very real. And yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes because I honestly don't know. I don't think that it's gonna have any like major twists or anything, but I'm excited. I feel like that was a crappy review, but I think I'll get better at them the more I do this. Okay. Let's see what my other book is. And if you guys hear the wind blowing, the weather has been absolutely insane lately. So it's just, if you guys can hear it, I'm sorry. Also, I have a mix of books right now. So you guys are gonna be like, what does this bitch like to read? The answer is everything. Everything except like super cheesy romance books. I hate those. Like, absolutely hate those. Or not a fan of Colleen Hoover. No disrespect to her, but not a fan. The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. So, this is my book club read. And I am ashamed to admit that I have not started it. Anyway, this is my first time reading Toni Morrison, which actually disappoints me. She's an incredible author, from what I've heard, and even from I read like the first, I think, I don't remember if I started this book yet. I think I just read the like introduction or the foreword, but that was written by someone else, by someone named Jacqueline Woodson. So shout out to Jacqueline Woodson because her writing is very good. But we struggle in book club to find books that everyone likes to read because everyone has such different tastes, and it's a good thing. this one was supposed to be for February, for Black History Month. And it talks about beauty standards. I could read a little bit in the back because I haven't read the book completely, so I don't want to Pacola breed love, a young black girl, prays every day for beauty, mocked by other children for the dark skin, curly hair, and brown eyes that set her apart. She yearns for the blonde hair and blue eyes that she believes will allow her to finally fit in. Yet, as her dreams grows more fervent, her life slowly starts to disintegrate in the face of adversity and strife. A brilliant and set examination of our obsession with beauty and conformity. Her first novel asks powerful questions about race, class, and gender, grace that have always characterized her writing. Once I finish reading it, I'll let you guys know how it is. But I'm actually really, really excited. Sorry, I had like a hair in my mouth. I think this is going to be an exciting read because it talks about different beauty standards, and I come from a Puerto Rican family where we're all different colors and shapes, and it goes to show that a lot of the beauty standards in place today are built on prejudice and racism and just white beauty, and it dives into that, so I'm really excited to read it. I think it'll be very educational, and yeah. Here is another book that I bought the other day, The List of Suspicious Things. I have no idea what this book is about. I have a really bad problem of just buying books at the bookstore and not reading them until months later. But I will say that sometimes you end up reading a book, like the universe orchestrates for you to read a book at the exact time that you need to read it, that you're meant to read it. That's happened to me with a lot of books where I will buy it months before or years, leave it on my bookshelf, never read it, and then I'll pick it up one day, and it helps me heal through whatever it was that I was going through. And it's like, wow, I'm glad I waited because it probably wouldn't have resonated as much if I read it when I had first gotten it. So I think that this book is going to be one of those things. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that, because I just don't even want to read the back. I just want to read the book and see how it goes. I honestly got it at the store because it was next to one of the other books that I was getting, and it was, I don't know, I was like, let me just get it, see what it's like, and I liked the cover. It's like so cute. Writers and Lovers by Lily King. So this was also one of the books that I had googled, like books, realistic fiction books about girls in their mid-20s or something like that, or just women in general going through a hard phase in life. And I read the first page, and it was like, oh my god, I want this book so bad. I know I'm going to love it, but then again, I want to give myself time to finish all of the other books that I have, so I could finish this one or start this one. But the back of the book, it says, blindsided by her mother's sudden death and wrecked by a recent love affair, 31-year-old Casey Peabody has arrived in Cambridge, Massachusetts in the summer of 1987 without a plan beyond determination to live a creative life. Written with King's trademark humor, heart, and intelligence, this is a transfixing novel that explores artistic passion, ambition, and the terrifying and exhilarating leap between the end of one phase of life and the beginning of another. Writers and Lovers is an unforgettable portrait of an artist as a young woman, and it has really good reviews. So I'm really excited to read this book. I think it's gonna be one of my favorites. I don't know why, but I'm someone who is really intrigued reading about books that have the concepts, or not concepts, but grief in them. Grief, I'm so fearful of it, and I think subconsciously reading about it and reading people's feelings about it makes me calm, makes me feel like I'm prepared for death when I know I'm not. Like, there's no way in hell, but I think subconsciously that's why I'm so drawn to them, because there's a part of my brain that believes I can prepare for something like that. I've never experienced death very up close. I've had cousins pass away and uncles, but my grandparents are still alive. My parents, all my family, and I'm eternally grateful for that. I've had, friends pass, acquaintances, people I went to school with, but never anything up close. And as selfish as it may sound, when people write about grief, it's sometimes the most beautiful writing I've ever encountered. Grief is expressed in such a deep way. There's so much beauty in it, and I'm obsessed. I love when people are vulnerable enough to share that with the world. And shout out to everyone who's ever written about grief or incorporated grief to any of their stories. I think it's really brave, and hell yeah. This is the last one that I'm gonna do for today, because this video is getting kind of long. But it's called The Elsewhere Express. And this book is very imaginative. I can probably tell you right now, but it's about a young woman who lost her brother and ends up in a train that is fabricated by the people on the train. Let me say that again. The train is fabricated by you see my phone moving, it's because my cat is trying to push away my phone so I can pay attention to her. So I really have to end this video soon. But it's such an interesting story because I've never seen anything like this. It touches on themes of grief and self-identity, and illness, mental health as well. I think a lot of the people, or the two main characters, struggle with finding a place in the world or trying to find a reason to keep going. And it's such a unique idea. Sorry, my cat is. It's such a unique idea, and I can't wait to finish it. What else can I say about this book that doesn't give it away? So, I'm gonna read a little bit of the back. You can't buy a ticket for the Elsewhere Express, appearing only to those whose lives are adrift. It's a magical train seeming to carry very rare and special cargo, a sense of purpose, peace, and belonging. Raya is one of those lost souls. She had dreamed of being a songwriter, but when her brother died, she gave up on her dream and started living his instead. One day, on the subway, as her thoughts wander, she's swept off to the Elsewhere Express. There she meets Q, an intriguing artist who, like her, has lost his place in the world. Together they find a train full of wonders, from a boarding car that's also a meadow to a dining car where passengers can picnic on lily pads, to a bar where jellyfish and whales swim through pink clouds. Crazy, like what the fuck is all this? I love it. And I'm usually not